Remember when not every message needed an immediate reply? When someone called and you weren't expected to answer right away? When an afternoon could pass without a single notification? When boredom wasn't something to avoid, but simply part of being alive? Remember that? Sometimes I wonder if what we miss isn't the past itself. It's the feeling of having room to breathe, because somewhere along the way, everything became urgent. The emails, the errands, the reminders, the appointments, the updates, the endless stream of things asking for our attention. And perhaps the strangest part is that it happened so gradually, we barely noticed. One day, life felt manageable. The next, it felt like we were carrying dozens of invisible tabs open in our minds at all times. What needs to be bought? Who needs to be called? What needs to be scheduled? What needs to be remembered? And for many women in midlife, that mental load only grows heavier. Children, parents, work, home, relationships, responsibilities pulling in every direction. It's no wonder so many of us feel tired before the day has even begun. But here's something interesting. Psychologists have found that when people feel nostalgic, they're often not longing for the past itself. They're longing for how they felt in the past. And that realization changes everything. Because maybe you're not missing the old neighborhood, or the old house, or the old phone that only rang a few times a day. Maybe you're missing what those things represented. A slower pace, a quieter mind, a feeling that not everything required your immediate attention. Perhaps when we say, "I miss the way things used to be," what we're really saying is, "I miss how I used to feel." And maybe that's why certain moments still stop us in our tracks. Rain tapping against a window, a familiar song from years ago, an old photograph tucked inside a drawer. For a few seconds, life slows down, and something inside us remembers. Not the event, the feeling of being present. There's another reason this longing feels so strong today. Our brains evolved in a world where information arrived slowly. A conversation happened, then it ended. A letter arrived, then you responded days later. There were pauses, gaps, moments of quiet between one thing and the next. But today, many of us live in a state psychologists sometimes describe as continuous partial attention. Always checking, always monitoring, always anticipating the next thing. Even when we're resting, part of our mind remains on alert. And that's why a quiet moment can feel almost magical. Not because anything extraordinary is happening, but because, for a moment, nothing is demanding anything from us. We stop managing life and simply experience it. Maybe that's what we're truly missing. Not simplicity, not youth, not even the past. Maybe we're missing presence, the ability to fully arrive in a moment without already thinking about the next one. The ability to sit with a cup of coffee and simply drink it. To watch the rain without multitasking. To take a walk without turning it into another item on the list. To be somewhere completely. And here's the hopeful part. If what we're missing is a feeling, not a time period, then perhaps we don't have to go backward to find it. Maybe a slower life isn't something we discover. Maybe it's something we choose. One protected moment at a time. One quiet morning. One evening walk. One phone left untouched. One deep breath. Because the peace we're searching for may not be waiting in the past. It may be waiting in the small spaces we create today. So before you move on to the next thing, take a moment and ask yourself, what is one thing you miss about how life used to feel? And what small piece of that feeling could you bring back this week? Not to relive the past, but to remember what matters now.